Oh.
You're freshly back from having no electricity. So let's see how this
I
goes.
am. Yeah. Yeah. I look like a floating head.
You dark shirt, dark background. Yeah.
Oh, well.
Then I see, what is it, a plumb bob?
It's a plumb bob. Oh, well,
I was going to say plumb bum, but...
That's fine, too. That's cute.
That ain't it.
That's not it. It's an off-brand, I believe it's an off-brand Sim shirt, so it doesn't say The Sims, but it just says, if you know, you know.
It's okay. You've given him enough money over 30 years.
Oh, boy, have I. Oh, boy, have I.
Dude.
They owe me this shirt.
It is so wet outside. Like
it's a nice rain,
it's
though.
Sloppy.
Yeah. It's a heavy, fat fucking rain.
Is.
And like some gentle thunder.
Yeah.
I love it.
The thunder right now, I can't talk. The thunder right now is very ambient. It's like, it almost sounds like I have like a rain machine on with like the fake thunder in it. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. If you listen really hard, you can find the loop.
Yeah. No, it's perfect. Yeah. Like the dogs are passed out. Like it's real. I've looked at them a few times, all like basically melted over whatever. You know, like when dogs and cats lay on a structure, they just melt over it and just.
Oh yeah,
they're both like that, and I'm real jealous. Gizzy's hiding in the bathroom, but that's to be expected.
Her one true fear.
Yeah, she doesn't like the storm. She's in the bathroom. She's the easy one though to get into the bathroom when tornadoes come because she's already there.
She said, "Okay." Well, welcome to the Witch Bitch Amateur Hour.
The one.
In case you didn't know where you were,
after
which would be weird.
329 episodes. At least I hope this is 329. I'm pretty sure next week is 330, which you know what that means, assuming we remember this time, which we should. So that'll be nice. But yeah, I think we've just got a regular roll this time.
Yeah. I'm ready for it. What are we talking about?
I thought that I was due for a rock. It had been a hot minute. And so I
It's not just a boulder. It's a rock.
I got on the big list of all the crystals, and I just scrolled until I found one that sought my fancy. And it's Nuummite. Nuummite.
Okay.
There's a reason for the spelling. It makes sense, but I will say the spelling is purely why I picked it.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Nuummite.
It's real pretty, too. It's a real pretty guy.
It reminds me of the time that we did this topic on October 9th.
Well, I searched it and nothing shows up. Why does that happen when I do this?
I was gonna say it reminded me of Newman from was it Seinfeld? But then I've
got to be doing it wrong. Whatever.
Let's see. I talked about it.
Okay.
Because it was also with the Pitt and Weem trials.
Oh, so I do remember that.
It's probably a quick brush.
Well, there's really not much about this guy. That makes a lot of sense, and I wonder, how did we spell it?
The same.
Why didn't it show up? I'm so tired of this handwriting. Whatever. I'm talking about it again.
Just glad it's not me, dude.
I think it was me last time, though.
Hey, still, what I said stands. All right, well, you go first. Tell us about Newman.
Did you say what you're talking about?
I didn't. I just figured I would say "fuck you, Macy," and not tell you anything. No, I'm talking about the linden flower.
That sounds nice.
/ tree.
It makes me think of Lindemans framboise.
I could go for a big fat glass of Lindemann framboise.
I generally could, and I don't just love to drink anything, but that's like a dessert, a tart, delicious little tiny dessert that you have in a tiny little glass.
Lambic.
Oh, it's good. It's real good.
It's so good.
I haven't had that in a long time. The next time we get together and play D&D, we've got to have it because it is tradition.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I have lots of ideas running through my head. Wow. Okay.
I'm going to get going
Newman.
on this topic that you've already talked about. In the efforts of outrunning one of us losing our power again. So, let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. Nuummite. It's technically a trade name. We'll get into that a little bit later. For a metamorphic rock consisting primarily of two amphiboles, anthophyllite and gudrite. Those are the two main contenders that glue together and make Nuummite. They're the guys. So
I love it when that happens.
When
they're just like, hey, there's two things. It's its own thing now.
Here's some history here. So a German mineralologist, I want to say meteorologist every time.
Mineralologist.
Named Carl Ludwig Gleschek. I don't know. Technically first discovered what was called iridescent amphibole. That was what they named it. Iridescent amphibole. Good enough. Tells you what you need to know. And that was in 1810. So he made this discovery in Greenland's capital city of Nuuk. N-U-U-K. Hence where you start getting your double U's involved here.
Got it.
Now, somewhere between 1905 and 1924, there was a Danish geologist, another name that I did not look up pronouncing, and this one's got a little O with a slash through it, and I don't know what that sounds
hell
like.
Yeah.
But Ove Balthasar Bogild, I don't know what the O with the slash through it's supposed to sound like.
Balthazar? What was that?
Balthazar. I just said it wrong.
Pretty cool.
And he wrote the first scientific definition of the specimen. So a good fucking 100 years later. So Nuummite's name, as we call it, didn't come until 1982. More in the modern era.
That's pretty soon.
When Dutch geologist Peter W. Uiterdijk, Appel, A-P-P-E-L is the last name, Apple, rediscovered the stone while working. So it seems like somebody found it and called it iridescent amphibole. And then 100 years later, somebody wrote about iridescent amphibole. And then in 1982, another guy rediscovered, quote, quote, the stone while working in like the Nuuk area in Greenland. And
can you do that? Is that fair? Can I walk outside and like point at a pine tree and be like, holy shit, this is the Charlye tree. I just found it.
This confuses me about, I almost said geological history, but I feel it seems to be not just limited to that. It can be different places. So this was during a geological survey of Greenland, and the team realized we could make some money here. That it had some potential gemstone value. So Appel first considered to call it Nuukkite because it's from Nuuk. But he changed it to Nuummite, which then the Nuuk Town Council agreed upon for marketing purposes. So the town itself agreed to this. And the reason for this is kind of funny. So he initially said Nuukkite, and there were concerns that it would make people think of like nuclear bombs or radioactivity. So they're like, Nuummite. Let's do Nuummite instead.
It's called the atomic bombite.
Yeah, it sussed people out a little bit. So, however, the IMA, the International Mineralogical Association, calls it anthophyllite gudrite. They don't call it by the marketing name. They're too proud.
IMA.
Yeah. So, it is important to note that Nuummite is not a single material necessarily, but a rock composed of multiple guys. So, as such, its chemical composition can vary depending on what is all mixed up in the juice, when it
there's like when you look up the pictures, some are blue and some are yellow, and it looks like they have all different inclusions.
Yeah, it's real cool looking.
Especially the blue one.
The blue one
looks like night sky.
Cool. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So an important group of rock-forming minerals. They are generally in igneous and metamorphic rocks, or what amphiboles are. What?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
yes.
They all share a similar crystal structure and cleavage pattern. So they all have similar cleavage. So Nuummite is of volcanic origin. And so here's the cool thing about this guy is, so geologists believe that Nuummite formed during the late Archean or Neo-Archean period. Therefore, it could be over 3 to 3.8 billion years old, making it one of the oldest minerals or mineral-like compositions on the Earth. So Nuummite, because of that, and we'll get to it at the tail end with the metaphys, it's got a lot going on. It's old as fuck. So, You
imagine being like a fucking Neanderthal walking around. You come across one of these, you see blue shining out from this rock. You know what I'm doing? I'm going, oh!
Well, depending on the distribution of Neanderthals, which I don't actually know, that might not have happened.
I don't know the timing. I'm not like a science nerd. I don't know.
But it would have been hanging around, but we'll learn here in a second. It is really pretty much only comes from Greenland. So, got to be Neanderthals in Greenland.
It gotta be.
I don't know if that's the case. So it was originally found in Gothaps. Hold on, I actually phonetically wrote this out. Gothapsfjord, which is in outside near the capital of Nuuk. And so that was like the initial spot. So now it seems that, and this was similar to one that we talked about a good while ago, and I can't remember it, to where the name is owned by a company. And so this is owned by Nuummite Note A/S is the company name.
Sure.
And I believe it seems to be owned by the commune of Nuuk. So the municipality, I think, of Nuuk owns it.
That seems fair.
It was very confusing for me to figure out. So is Nuummite rare? You betcha. So it is pretty rare, all things considered, because virtually all Nuummite material that is nice and gem quality comes from near and around that original site of discovery around Nuuk specifically. There's 8 little localities around that area that get the good stuff, but it's in Greenland. And there are many that say that Greenland's Nuummite is the only real true Nuummite. So
I love it. I love it when the rock nerds get sassy.
They gotta say things. So it has a 5.5 to 6 hardness, Mohs hardness, and perfect cleavage, but only in one direction. But you know what? It's
hell yeah.
It's pearly on those cleavages.
Oh God, I hate that.
They gotta know. They gotta know.
No, you don't write this into a scientific journal and not be cracking up.
You're at least gonna be smirking.
You at least there's a part of your brain that's like, we all know.
I don't know
we all
about
know.
This. So when polished up, it can be vitreous, kind of like glassy, or even decently glossy. It can shine up real nice when polished up. And it is prized and has been prized for its distinctive iridescent play of colors that it's got going on. It's real cool looking.
It's real sick looking.
So it's known for pretty strong hues. So a lot of the times it's gold. It's reddish to gold is the flash that you get. Sometimes blue and green. In rare cases, all the way kind of from the red to the blue spectrum. You see kind of the whole, you see everything. So you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of a mooncat polish, and a dark suspension. Like, it's
oh my
uncanny.
God. It looks like
it reminds me of chemical
Fool's Gold.
Yeah, or like
over...
Chemical X.
Yeah.
Just with less like one that's more like isolated in color. Like I had one called it was the one that I said looked like a swamp witch, but it wasn't called anything like that at all. But it was like a goldish green flake in a black suspension, and it looked just like this. And every time I was looking at it, I was like, that looks like mooncat.
That's exactly. I'm looking at one that's kind of rounded, and if I kind of look at it sideways, it looks like a thumbnail.
Yeah, hell yeah, it does.
Yeah.
So these flashes of color are
shout out to Mooncat
man. Chatoyancy or labradorescence is this effect. It is this cat's eye flash that you see. The effect is caused by reflective minerals that are placed in such a way, like these kind of parallel layers along each other, and it makes it so when the light hits, they shine. And the internal structure allows this. So the main minerals, the main two guys, anthophyllite and gidrite, are like in alternating little laminating layers. And they catch the light interference, and it gives this kind of bright rainbowy appearance. And it gives it that flash. Do I understand that much? No. But that apparently is what is happening inside of the rock to make it look pretty when the light hits.
You don't understand that?
No.
Dude, come on.
The play of colors is often...
Babies know what that means.
Reminiscent to the Northern Lights.
Yeah.
So... Due to limited availability and the unique aesthetic of it, it is often considered, especially good quality pieces, a collector's item and valued for its beauty. And I did see some places saying you could find it in a handful of other locations, like Wyoming, Finland, and parts of the Yukon River. And I spelled Canada Canida. So I'm doing great.
Yeah.
And, however, these are kind of seen to be like Nuummite's poor cousin, kind of like, whatever that was, soda
the blue jean cousin.
The denim cousin.
Denim cousin.
So Nuummite, while, all the recent discoveries and all that by the German and scientists and Dutch scientists, rock people, the Inuit people have been aware of and utilizing Nuummite for seemingly at least 1,000 years. For a very long time, from carving it to create tools or weapons or artistic pieces. There's a cultural place for it in the Inuit culture. And that makes a lot of sense. This is in Greenland. And it's beautiful. So like, I feel like, that seems to be a natural conclusion there.
It didn't just spring into being when that German dude was like, hey, look
what I found. So let's get to the metaphysical here. So according to gemauctions.com, it's associated with the quote, mysterious and intuitive Scorpio. So there you go. I also saw Pisces and Sagittarius in the mix there too. And let me tell you something.
Okay.
I will never.
It's cultivating a vibe.
I'll never learn how to spell Sagittarius. I can't do it. I just can't do it. I tried.
Do it right now. Do it right now without looking down.
I know it now because I just looked at it. But like I do some of the spellings that I've tried for Sagittarius are heinous. It's not good.
It's like me trying to spell the word different. I'll never get it. I'll get every variation. Different. I'll never get it.
That was me for a long time and sometimes still with guarantee. Just a tough one, man. So it's tied to both earth and ether. And I think that makes sense. Like when you look at it, you could see that like it's earthy with the black or dark gray kind of like suspension. I keep calling it a suspension. That's not the right word, but I'm just thinking nail polish, you know. And then the flashy flake combo is that ethereal kind of. So you've got like the earth and the real spirit glitzy shine.
You're making me want to go to Mooncat. You're making me want to paint my nails. So
I know.
bad.
I'm going to get some of my polish, I think, and throw some on.
That's a nice little tribute. Yeah.
Like, what is, I have Forbidden Cove that kind of looks like some of this. And I'm like, I think that might happen. So, this is called, mostly by metaphysical sites, to be the Philosopher's Stone. Or the Sorcerer's Stone.
Sure.
Tracing back to, you know, the famed Philosopher's Stone in alchemy. I don't really know the full connection as to why this guy was picked for that, but you see it, Philosopher's Stone. So it's a dark stone, so it has grounding properties. It's also old as hell. It's so fucking old. And that can...
It's been around
so long. For longer than just like most other things. And really, this kind of can bring a presence of security and foundation. It's been around, man. And along with this, the age of it and the special inclusions seem to make it useful for venturing into unknown places, such as the ethereal realm. Some might say, you know, the Akashic, or, you know, communicating with dark goddesses. Even, or within yourself, such as in your shadow side, getting deep down into your shadow bits and, you know, having a chat.
I don't like that phrasing. Yeah.
It's out.
Deep down into your shadow
into the shadow bits. Root around in there. So, also, with the age of, you know, being super old, it is something that has been around for longer than just about anything else. And it has a long memory. And this kind of reminded me of ammonite, those little shell fossils that were linked so far to like past things. And that was a little more so because it was like past living things. But this has still just been around on this earth for so long. And I could see
it's like, you think you can shock me, brother? I've been here.
Dude, I'm so fucking old. I'm wise as hell, man. And it's a link to the past, far more distant than we can conceptualize, really. And maybe then it can be a good spiritual phone for calling up guides or ancestors, things like that. And with the little flashes on it, I imagine it's like a lighthouse. You know, it's kind of like, come on over here. Look how pretty this
It's like
is.
sitting there with a mirror and a flashlight, like
trying to get
jiggling it.
attention.
Hey.
And so along with this, it has also endured. It was forged in high temperatures and it's still here. And this could be a good talisman of strength for your own periods of enduring hardship, whatever it may be. You know, if you use crystals as a spiritual support crew in times like that, this could maybe be a good one. A real, this too shall pass kind of a thing, you know, which I know is kind of a cliche old saying, but man, I have leaned on that saying so many times.
Oh, yeah.
So
there's some classics like that. That's like, yeah.
It works.
Absolutely.
And so it's
almost just the equivalent of like getting into the fetal position and just being like, it can't last forever.
No, it's this too shall pass, man. And it's a balance of light and dark. Flashes, you know, of that brilliance and then in the darker base. And that can bring balance maybe between our standard and shadow self. Kind of our, you know, both halves of the same coin, allowing our full spirit to come forward unified. Perhaps we can maybe find a space of us that's true, less, you know, false kindness, but also not apathetic disinterest. Just us, just who we are in an interaction, not putting on a mask and simply just finding contentment in us, our individuality, who we are, how we communicate, and not operating, you know, in moments feeling like we got to cover up quite so much. And like, you know, just what do you, I'm this way a lot when I meet, like if I'm getting introduced into like a new friend group, perhaps, you know, like it's those kinds of little thoughts can come in to where you're just like, well, you got to be interesting, but you don't want to be too interesting because then you come across as an asshole, and you don't.
Yeah, then you're trying too hard.
And so, you know, it's just to kind of,
and then you're just sweating all of a sudden,
and just sweat, like settle into that space of just, I'm just gonna be myself and see how it goes tonight. We're gonna find out, you know, and if it is what it's gonna be, is what it's gonna be, and probably if I'm more comfortable, I'll come across more natural. But you know, it's practice.
And I always, you know, there's that thought sometimes that creeps up, for me at least, when I'm in the middle of the sweat, like, oh God, every once in a while I remember, hey, like, maybe you don't like them. You know,
that's fine.
What are they bringing?
That's fine. Sometimes it ain't clicking. And, you know, if you look at subtle body cues, generally everybody's a little bit nervous. Like, and that's something that helps me.
Sure.
Is that you're just like, a lot of the time everybody's a little uncomfortable. And we could just all be a little uncomfortable together, and that's okay.
Can we have that as a shirt?
Everyone is always a little uncomfortable.
Everyone's always a little bit uncomfortable. I like that.
So, also, this is a good one for if you want to build trusting your own intuition. If you want to start maybe working on not only building it, but like trusting it when it speaks and practicing with that, because that too is a practice of its own. And also, apparently, it shields against all negativity.
I feel like I remember that.
All of it.
There was either another stone that had the same claim, or I very specifically remember that.
Every bit of it. Any negativity you can think of.
You're telling me I can hold this stone and be protected from anything unpleasant?
Dude, fucking
wow.
Becky from accounting is flapping her lips today. You're safe.
She doesn't know what's coming for her.
You think she can do anything to a 3 billion year old stone? No. No, ma'am.
Come on. You're not even a fleck of dust to this stone, bitch.
And that's kind of cool, too. Like, the thought of holding something that is, like, older than old
freaks me out.
I like it.
But, like, in the best way.
Makes me feel small, but right. In the good way of feeling small, to where it's just like, oh, yeah, nothing matters.
Yeah. Nope. In 100 years, we'll be dead.
Yeah.
It's fine.
We're blinking.
Yeah.
We are a blip in the scheme of this planet's history.
Oh, yeah.
And then I feel better, which is weird.
Yeah. It's one of those things that should freak you out, but doesn't.
Oh, so good.
Oh, unless it does. Because sometimes you get to...
It gets its claws in. Yeah, you have the get off the road moment.
Yeah. You ever have that? You ever just snap like into hyper realization and be like, I'm a body. I'm a being in a body. I'm gonna die one day.
I
you ever
did
just have that quick little flash?
As a kid, which makes
as
sense
a kid,
for how I
thing.
was as a kid. But like, I had that a lot. And as I've gotten older, I'm just kind of like, that's fine. Yeah. But like as a kid, it was like I was really wrapping my head around that.
It's not like a white hot or I guess cold flash of terror like it used to be anymore. But sometimes I do just kind of go like, hold on.
No, wait. Yeah. It never jolted me like 2012 did.
Nothing will compare to 2012. Well, I don't want to jinx it, but
from a developmental perspective, man. Oh boy.
Did I ever tell you about when 2012 was coming up and I nearly passed out when I was giving a massage to a client because I got so scared thinking about it?
I believe it. And it's so dumb, man. It's just so dumb. And I knew about the Baktuns. I knew about it, but it didn't matter. I was just, I had learned about it in 4th grade, and that seed was planted so deep that by the time 2012 rolled around and I was 18, going on 19, I was just like, well, here it is.
Yeah. Yep. Fully formed adult me sweating onto my client going like, what if I'm here when it happens? What if I just start hearing bangs and booms from outside and just nearly passing out?
Yeah, man.
It was great. Yeah. I think I was also severely hungover that day.
And you were maybe, if you were stressed, I bet you were like locking your knees.
Oh.
You know?
Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
Just like really pressing into somebody with your legs locked.
Bro, it was probably the worst job I've ever done.
It's hard work.
They probably left like, what?
Oh, you mean on that person, on that massage. That was a bad massage.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I was like, yeah, it is work. No, that one singular massage was probably the worst
We were
one.
probably
I ever
lying there thinking, man, this bitch is thinking about 2012. What is this shit?
I know. They didn't feel anything either because they were also
They
pupils
got it
dilating.
through your hands. The fear.
Dude, I don't want to sound selfish, but if I could in that moment just transferred it to someone else, I
Please
would've.
take my pain.
Just split it amongst 10 people, and then it would be like, huh. Wow.
Wow.
Sorry.
That's okay. Gotta talk about 2012 sometimes.
Sometimes it slips out. That was a lot of years of intense fear,
Very
and
much.
it needs its due.
Years of fear.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Dude,
All right.
Speaking of fear, real quick, just a little side story. So I got a really banging copy at Half Price Books so I've been looking for The Shining. I'd been wanting to read The Shining because I'd never read The Shining before. And I couldn't find a hardcover, but I found this sweet ass. I'll send you a picture of it, dude. It's got a big blue and red wasp on the cover. It's 3 King books and a big gilded page. It's Carrie, Salem's Lot, and The Shining.
Ooh.
And I have read none of them. And so I started with The Shining first, which is backwards. It's the last one. I read The Shining in 2 fucking days, dude. And it screwed my brain up so hard. I woke myself up in the middle of the night last night with a raging headache from grinding my teeth so hard dreaming about the hotel. Like running
Did it make
through
you want to
the
put
corridors.
the book in the freezer?
It didn't because I was done with it, but it made me fucking respect it. Like it made me feel more dread than I felt even when reading House of Leaves. Like there were so many moments when I was just like, I realized that I was gripping the book and it was like close to my face and my eyes were about 25% too big. And I realized my whole body was locked up and I was like, fuck.
20.
It was so good, dude. But really, really masterfully paced to where it creeps, dude. And that's a thing in there. It creeps. And like, it's great. It's very, very good. I enjoyed it.
When you said your eyes were bigger, I know it was from like, and but I just pictured you with big anime eyes.
Your eyes become larger. I heard that in the wild the other day. I usually think badgers, but it's not badgers. I wish it was.
I don't know if I've ever known that it was. Okay.
I think he says your eyes become larger.
Your eyes become badgers. Your eyes become badgers.
I don't know if it'll know.
I actually wrote in your eyes become badgers, and that's not what I meant.
Oh, I figured that's exactly what you meant to do to see if we're alone in this or not.
That's the thing. Did we hear this on a TV show or something? What?
I know that I had I don't remember if it was me or a friend of mine in high school that it came from. But it was in our show choir concert because we did songs from movies. And that one was in Batman. And I think the choir director just picked a lot of songs that she liked because it was all over the place as to like I sang One Fine Day from One Fine Day, but a slow jazz version, not like the pickup version, which I think the One Fine Day slow version was the one in One Fine Day. And and I don't remember if it was me or her that were like, eyes become badgers. And then it just stayed forever.
And then you did that to me.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
It must have been that way. It's my eyes become large and the light that you shine. Yeah.
Got it. That makes sense.
Whatever, dude. Shut up, Seal.
It's a good song. I forget how hard it hits until I hear it and I'm like, it's pretty good.
Baby!
No, he just really lets it out. And it's like, all right. Where was I? I was in a store and I was like, it's pretty good.
All right.
I'll allow it.
All right. Yeah. Tell me about Nuummite.
I did.
Oh!
I did for 30 minutes.
I did not realize we wrapped up.
Oh. I thought you forgot about it all.
I thought I just... I just spaced the whole thing out. I was just looking at pictures of Nuummite going, wow, I wish she'd start talking about this. Wow. No, I just assumed I interjected, and then we talked about Seal in 2012 for too
No,
long.
I'm done. I didn't clarify.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay. All right. It happens.
Yeah.
Let me tell you a tale. Let me talk your ear off. Sit down. I'm going to tell you something now. Are you ready?
Please.
I want to talk to you about the linden flower, which started off as notes about the linden flower and then kind of branched into the tree in general. This is a tree of lovers and healers.
Lover.
It's also got some AKAs here that make it pretty fucking confusing. So, common names, linden. In the UK, it is known, or parts of the UK, it is known as the lime tree.
Okay.
Having nothing to do with the citrus, though.
All right.
Basswood, Tilla, which is the botanical, genus name. And if you look it up, this is what it is called a lot of times in like scientific herb nerd forms, Tilia, Telia? Telia? Anyway. Teal tree in archaic English. Then it's also winter linden, but also summer linden.
Of course it is.
I don't know if I have it in here later, but there's some like other breakdowns of the name of like Greek or Latin or something, but it basically gave the translations of it. And one of it was like the name. And then in parentheses, it said small leafed. And then the next name, and then parentheses, it says large leaf.
Cute. Okay.
So who
There's
knows?
variety.
So this is in the genus Tila, in the family Malvaceae, I believe, and it's the same family as okra. And what was the other one? I meant to write it down.
Do you like okra? Well, you like it fried for sure.
I like a fried okra because I can handle the texture better. Outside of that, I don't know. It freaks me out a little.
I take okra any way I can get it.
I know you do. And I think it's just
too.
It just reminds me of snot.
I like mucilage things though. I like a slimy thing. The only thing I can't handle is soft water. When water is soft, I'm out. I can't take it.
Was it crazy water that was soft?
Crazy
Where
water
did we go?
was soft as fuck. Yeah, it was.
And you were like,
I couldn't take it. It was so gross.
Yeah,
I can't handle it. Our water here is very hard. It's delicious. I can't. I can't handle it.
I feel similarly about. I told you I've been just getting these jugs of spring water and just downing those like a fucking beast. I've turned into one of those bros at the gym that shows up with their whole jug of water.
Gallon of water.
Yeah. But I did find one time I had to get the Brookshire's one, and it was immediately touched my tongue, and I was like, ew.
You know, man, you just know
A little slimy.
when it's wrong.
Anyway, there are around 30 species of this tree, and they can reach to 90 feet tall, which feels tall, but then I had to remind myself, Charlye, these are trees.
They're trees, Charlye.
They're trees, Charlye. And they can live for 300 to 1,000 years.
That's old.
That's an old tree.
100 feet is also pretty tall.
Huh?
100 feet's pretty tall, too. That's a big old tree.
Yeah. It's a big and an old tree. I'm looking up the leaves really quick.
Leaves.
They're really cute, distinct little heart leaves. And before I said that, I wanted to check myself. They aren't as hearty as I'm seeing them here, but I remember when I looked them up, I was like, oh, that's a goddamn heart.
It's a little hot.
But that does play into some of the metaphys.
Oh, it's a bushy tree. It's a bushy
It's a
guy.
bush. Yeah. Yeah, he's real bushy. They get massive. They seem to get like less bushy as they get taller, if that makes any sense. Or I guess maybe it just sort of feels more in perspective. Not perspective, like it's Like when it's young and short, it's really chunky and bushy, but then the taller it gets, the more it like kind of it grows into itself, I guess. You know, when you see like a puppy in its awkward teen years and it's got like too big of a face and ears, that's what it feels like to me. But yeah, they have these
one that's 600 years old and it's real pretty.
Right? Dude, an old tree will make me cry almost in the same way like an old elephant will make me cry.
It's just they know so much.
You know so much. What do you know? And we treat you so bad. Mm-hmm. You should really just pull a happening on us and
pull
release
your
some
roots
weird
out of your ground and crush me with them.
Yeah. I deserve this.
Give it to
okay,
me.
Phaedra.
It's only fair. Yeah, for real.
So yeah, it's got the little heart-shaped leaves, and it has very fragrant yellow-white flowers that kind of range in that spectrum to like a buttery yellow to a slightly yellow-tinged white. The blossoms are absolute magnets for pollinators, especially bees, and this is one of the best honey-producing trees. So, interesting.
They make extra good honey vomit.
They make what I saw was called mono. I think it was like monoflower honey.
So it's just like they can make it out of entirely this flower.
I guess it's just this. Like when you're like looking at the kind, you know, there's wildflower honey. That's a bunch of different fucking flowers. This is, you can get honey that's like just from this tree, which feels powerful.
It does.
And old.
Do you ever forget that honey is just bee upchuck and spit and...
It's one of those things that when I do think about it, I feel like I should care more.
I don't care.
Well, because I'll kind of do that thing with like the snail mucilin. Every once in a while, I'll remember what it is that I'm putting on my face. And it'll give me a little bit of like but I get over it pretty quickly. Bee, I don't care. I could watch it come out of its little butt or mouth or whatever.
I'll eat it right out of the comb.
Into my face. You ever had
chew
a
that
honeycomb?
Wax? All their spit structure. It's delicious.
You give me a chunk of honeycomb and you watch my eyes migrate to different sides of the country, dude.
Yeah, man.
Love it. Sorry, I could really go for a little bit of honey right now. Mm-hmm. Sounds good. The parts that we're talking about using, the flowers, that is the most common, but also the leaves, the bark, the wood, and even the charcoal of the tree is useful in some capacity or another when we're talking about medicinal stuff or magical stuff. But I feel like in magical stuff, you could kind of just use any part you want to anyway. But specifically in like edible and healing whatnot. I've got some fun facts
I'll give them
for you. Yeah. So I don't know how. Let's walk that back. Instead of fun facts, let's just say I have some plant facts for you.
Well, that sounds
interesting. Plant facts.
So
the the flowers are only viable to harvest for about 4 days. So they're quick little, I'm here, and then I'm not here. Little plants. The dried blossoms contain flavonoids, mucilage, tannins, and volatile oils. So yeah, this can go right up there with your slippery like shit that you put in a throat tea.
A slime, man.
Yeah, it's slimy. Also, what is a flavonoid? Because I've always seen it on like package.
I don't know. I like the word. Are you saying that this
flavonoid
is non-toxic? Is this a non-toxic thing? I think you said that earlier. I can't.
Generally, yes.
Generally, I do recognized as safe.
Generally recognized as safe. It has a long history through like tons of cultures for being used medicinally, which you would think would say more, but we have seen some toxic plants be used medicinally on the show before. So
it always, I don't know what they were thinking and what they were doing.
I have no idea. Always before you put any kind of plant substance or anything in your body, know what you're talking about. Know how it's gonna, I'll get to it and we'll talk about like the exceptions or whatever, the contraindications. I haven't used that word in a long time. The tree's sap and its honeydew often attract aphids and creates a sticky layer on our cars and on the pavement. So it sperms. It's a spermy tree.
Aphids
gets everywhere.
Suck. I don't
aphids
like
creep
aphids.
me out.
They have ruined my garden before.
They
have totally fucked and sucked all over my mustard greens.
Yeah.
And I can't stand them. They also look like, the little ones we have look like chia seeds, which have made it to where I can't eat chia seeds really that much.
Oh, see, I sometimes have an issue because I'm like, that looks like frog spawn.
They look like they're little gray. They look just like aphids. But when you make them into a pudding, they do look like frog spawn.
They do look like fucking frog spawn. You ever watched a ladybug just go to town on an aphid?
No, but I would enjoy that very much.
Yeah. It's nice. It's nice. Sometimes I get that, it's cathartic to watch nature do its thing.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not having to do
I'm not killing the aphid.
ecosystem's doing its job and that ladybug's getting a good meal.
A hostess snack cake for Linden. Let's see. So in traditional mushroom farming, these logs of this tree are prized for cultivating shiitake and black fungus.
Oh,
mushrooms.
Cool.
And the wood that you can use to make shit out of, it's light. It has a fine grain. It's used a lot of the times in instruments and in fine detail carvings. Specifically, I saw marionettes, which was like, okay. Yeah, sure. Anyway, which just makes me think of the little puppet, the little Pinocchio from Shrek. He's not really a marionette, though, is he? Yes, he is.
He's got strings. The strings on him. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you hear that thunder?
I can only hear my own thunder.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Tight. So yeah, getting into the health and the herbal uses, linden has been used for centuries throughout like folk medicine, especially in areas of Europe and in China. Most remedies focus on the flowers and the leaves, although the bark and the charcoal do have that historical use too. So the primary properties of this plant is something called nervine, which is a relaxant.
Yeah, I love the nervine herbs.
Nervine. It's antispasmodic. It's diaphoretic, which means it promotes sweating, mildly sedative, slightly hypotensive, which means it can lower blood pressure. So be careful if you are prone to, blood pressure issues, especially low blood. And I can never say this. Expectorant.
Expectorant.
Yes. And an anti-inflammatory. So kind of like, I just feel like this would be good when you're not feeling good. When you're feeling really yucky, it's going to help you sweat it out. It's going to help you hack up all the shit that's in your lungs. It's going to relax your muscles, make you feel a little bit better, a little anti-inflammatory. And it's got that mild sedative property, dude. Give me a cup of this when I don't feel good.
When I feel bad, please give me a mild sedative.
Please give me... Macy takes nighttime drugs as a treat.
As a treat.
The common uses are linden tea for soothing fevers, colds, and respiratory congestion, tinctures and syrups to calm the nerves and to relieve tension. Poultices and leaves are used on the outside to reduce skin irritation and tired eyes.
Okay.
The charcoal is used traditionally for edema, skin infection, and digestive issues. Baths and lotions reduce itching, inflammation, and dryness. So, if you want to use this yourself, you can make infusions, tea, out of the leaves. You can make a bath out of some of the blossoms. I would probably just stick to the blossoms for a bath. I don't know if you want to chuck like a whole wooded stem into your bathtub. You could, I guess. A hair rinse that softens the tea and scents your hair beautifully.
Oh, that does sound nice.
And you make a little poultice to lie on them itchy, watery, tiredy, allergy eyes. Oh. Just let it soak it up. So here's some safety notes. Generally considered safe for adults. Be careful, though, if you have heart conditions, if you are, pregnant or breastfeeding, if you are under the effects of lithium, that sounded intense. If you take lithium or if you take other diuretics, and make sure you know what you're getting, because you want to make sure you get only the T. cordata or the T. flatifilus, brands, that's not a brand, species, thank you, of this tree because, you know, you don't want to go fucking around with other stuff that's, you know, be sure of what you get.
Don't
Talk to your
poison
doctor.
yourself.
Don't poison yourself. Don't come at me, okay? But generally, you could I would feel pretty good about getting this from somewhere online, making a tea out of it for myself. So I have some history and some folklore and some cultural roots. This plant has been beloved by many, both by healers and by magic workers and medical dudes, medicine nerds, science bitches. So ancient and classical history, ancient Greek and Romans used this as medicine, and the name Tilla may derive from the meaning of broad or flexible. So it's kind of one of those boring names. I wish it was cute, you know, like, you know, sometimes you get a real wacky root word for the name, like the etymology is like really strange.
Like wolf
but the
peach.
Romans did make what?
Like wolf peach.
Like wolf peach. We need more wolf peaches in the world. Romans made balms and perfumes from its flowers and wore crowns of it in their hair at celebrations because it is a very fragrant flower.
I feel like I'd just get stung by a bee.
Yeah, it would probably attract a bee.
Or aphids.
And then you would swell up. And then you can make a poultice out of it and put it on your skin.
Full circle.
Yeah, full circle. The circle of life.
That's what the song was about.
It affects us all.
And it
affects us all.
I thought it was and it moves us all.
That's. I feel like we've
affects us
recently had
all.
this. Yeah, it affects me. In Celtic myth, sitting underneath a linden tree could I can't even say it with a straight face. Could cure epilepsy.
Oh, I don't think so.
No. It is considered a tree of love. A couple sitting beneath it not only would be cured of their epilepsy,
neither one of them is going to have epilepsy anymore.
They are destined to be in love for forever. Let's see, in Slavic tradition, let's see, people would plant linden trees near churches and homes to ward off lightning, which we've seen this about other trees before. I guess it's just a tall I don't know, dude. Linden was also and is sacred to Freya, Frigg, both Norse goddesses of love and of the home. Town squares across... Oh,
sitting.
Sorry. You had a very concerned look about you, and I was like, "Is there a murderer behind me? What?"
No, I'm just listening.
Oh, okay. You have the same look as when, like, I really butcher a pronunciation, and you're just like,
No.
Town squares across Germany, Switzerland, and Austria were built around ancient linden trees, seen as community gardens and legal gathering places. So they really respected the tree. Let's see, I'm sorry. I didn't spell this out phonetically. This is in Slovenia, and it is a named tree. It is the Najevnik. I can't even. I'm so sorry. Anyway, this particular tree in Slovenia is over 700 years old, and it's still just so respected and honored today. People like make trips to go see it. It's one of those really old trees that people like want to see. The plants and the blooms and the leaves themselves inspired Baroque landscape architecture, such as Versailles. Versailles. Yeah. Versailles. Linden is one of the most prized nectar sources for monofloral honey. There it is. In China, snow honey or Tilla honey is nationally famous. Even nectar, the nectar contains compounds that help bumblebees resist gut parasites.
Oh,
so not only
tummies feel okay.
It's a symbiotic relationship. Yeah, they're like getting everything they need out of the tree, and they're getting the tree pollinated, but the tree also, like, you know, helps their little tum-tums.
I do forget, because we eat honey, that it's actually for the bees and they make it for themselves.
I can never see, this is one of those things that I know better, but I feel super ignorant about, because I'm just like, oh yeah, the honey's their food. Then I'm like, wait, no, the honey's their poop?
No,
wait,
it's their
what
food.
Is honey?
And
Right.
but they like, I forget that they eat it for themselves.
And then we take it.
And then we
take it because we want it. And we're humans, god damn it.
We like sweet things.
Oh, God, how good is honey? Linden wood has been used for religious carvings and altar pieces since the Middle Ages, especially in Germany. And the wood itself is revered for its clarity, the lightness, the natural neutrality of the wood, used in puppetry and magical tools. Getting into the metaphys, the spirit is soft but powerful, so it's not quite like a fully soft, like a rose. You know what I mean? I think, yeah, you can find power in rose, but it's mostly pretty a soft bitch. But this one can be like a really loving and protective mom who will like cook for you and hug you, but they'll also maybe kill somebody for bullying you. Who knows? It carries the energy of Venus or the moon. It is connected to air and water, and it's a deeply emotional tree. We correspond to love, peace, tranquility, emotional healing, spirit communication through dreams, ancestor connection, and just sort of the vibe of spiritual surrender, I guess, to like softness, because I think that's important today, because a lot of people view softness as lesser or weak or
that which
slow
yields
or whatever.
is not always weak.
Exactly. I yield. No, I apologize. What does Phaedra say?
So she likes to apologize. I yield is the motto
Right.
for
I apologize is the motto.
for Valyrian House. Because I think mandrakes are the ones that beat, and Valyrian House are the ones that are beaten. Unless I've got that back.
The B tiers and the BTs.
Yeah, but I yield.
I yield. I'm sorry. So the ways we can work with Linden and magic is obviously through a tea ritual, have it before bed to get some of that good calming energy from it, to invoke peaceful dreams, and to help you to connect to spirit. Say if you say, prayers or gratitude work or something before bed. I'm saying before bed. I guess you could really do that at any time, but it's gonna make you sleepy. Baths and steams to cleanse your field, get that miasma out of here, and to soothe feelings of being emotionally overwhelmed. You can even do some smoke cleansing with, make and dry your own little bundles out of all the parts of the tree. And it's a gentle sort of loving smoke that clears out. It's very good to combine with lavender and rose. So same kind of vibe there. If you're going for something you would normally do like lavender and rose and love and peace and you can add this in there to have that same vibe, but it's going to add a little bit of that ass kickiness to it.
A little more backbone.
A little more, yeah. Again, it's, the mom that might kill someone.
That's really intense.
Let's see. Where did I leave off in my notes? Dream magic, throw it into the pillowcase that is the things that we shove under our bed to make us dream good, to make us sleep good, to call in guidance and rest. Love work, use it in your love spells, your spells for renewal and, marriage batteries or relationship batteries. It's also a wishing tree, write your wishes on paper and you can tie it around the branches, think about that young couple that's sitting under it and not having epilepsy, but also being in love forever.
Yeah.
You can also use this in binding or peacemaking spells. Either or. The heart-shaped leaf also give kind of a literal and symbolic connection to love, compassion, and emotional release. The attraction, the bees really spoke to me for this as sort of being a community hearth. Towns were built around these trees. They were important places, not just religious, but also like legal town center places. And it has like this community vibe for me. It has that short bloom window, kind of reminding us to work there in the moment. There's softness and fleeting beauty and surrender, and those are all, good things. The scented blossoms can be used to sweeten the air. I like to think of, every year the cinnamon brooms come out and you can kind of like waft it around. I kind of think of this like that, but like not cinnamon.
But not cinnamon.
But not the
Not
Linden.
a cinnamon broom.
Lindemann framboise.
Mm.
I, as unceremoniously as you,
You're
have
done?
ended my topic now.
I am
Goodbye.
I'm done now.
I've said everything I have to say. Actually, I lied. There's one little, there's a part of the tree called the bracts. And those look like little wings, and it's, symbolizes having messages carried to and from spirit out of this world.
It's out
Now
of
I'm
this
done.
world. That's actually really good timing because I'm looking out of my window and I think we've got another band coming because it has been getting darker and darker and darker.
Yeah, it's getting very dark and I'm hearing the thunder sort of pick up. So, let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
All right.
Get out of here, bro.
Clicking it.
Goodbye. Doing it.